Included with the Framer's Edge Elite mat cutter is a baseboard, a hinging guide rail, a dual-purpose cutting head with bevel cutting on one side and straight on the other, a 32-inch squaring arm, a flush cut squaring arm, parallel mat guide with aluminum channels and machine screws, production stops, extra blades, and a Logan screwdriver. To install the aluminum channels, find the rounded end of each channel and insert that end first. Now flip the mat cutter over and install the machine screws from the underside of the baseboard. To install the squaring arm, lift the guide rail and insert the squaring arm from the right side of the baseboard. See that the straight cutter slot is aligned in the board and the squaring arm at the same time. Then use the screwdriver to tighten the clip. To install the parallel mat guide, see that both knobs are loosened and drop both sides into the aluminum channels at the same time. To install a blade into the straight cut blade holder, first loosen the blade knob, then pull the pin to rotate the cutting head up. Insert one Logan 269 blade sharp side down into the blade holder and retighten the knob. To adjust the blade depth, reference the blade depth chart that coincides with the number on the blade depth knob. First loosen the blade knob and click the blade depth knob into position 1, 2, or 3. To install a blade on the bevel side, loosen the blade knob and insert one Logan 269 blade sharp side down and then retighten the knob. To adjust the bevel blade depth, first loosen the blade knob, then use the blade depth screw on the back of the cutting head to increase or decrease the blade depth. Be sure to have the blade depth set so it barely passes through the mat board and only scores the slip sheet. To downsize a piece of mat board, first install the production stop onto the squaring arm. Lift the guide rail and remove the parallel mat guide. Insert the mat blank color side down against the squaring arm and up against the production stop. Slide the cutting head past the end of the mat board, engage the straight cut blade, and pull straight back to make your cut. To bevel cut an opening, first set the mat guide to the border size needed. In this example, 3 inches. Always use a slip sheet when bevel cutting. Now insert a mat blank, color side down, up against the mat guide and down against the squaring arm. Set the guide rail down and using a pencil, mark all 4 borders on the back of the mat. To begin the cut, position the cutting head so the green arrow aligns with the top pencil line and insert the blade. Pull back until the red arrow stops at the bottom pencil line and retract the blade. Repeat this process for all remaining borders. After the fourth cut, you will have a perfectly beveled mat. To bevel cut a mat using production stops, first set the parallel mat guide to the border size needed. In this example, 3 inches. Always use a slip sheet when bevel cutting. Insert the mat blank color side down, up against the mat guide and down against the squaring arm. Then set down the guide rail. Set the bottom production stop to 3 inches and tighten in place. Now install the top production stop and set it at 3 inches and tighten in place. To begin the cut, position the cutting head so the tab of the production stop is on the edge of the mat board. Rotate the blade in, release the tab, and cut back until you stop at the bottom production stop. Repeat this process for all remaining sides. After the fourth cut, you will have a perfectly beveled mat. Over time, the ride of the bevel cutting head may need adjustment. To adjust up and down movement, find the screw on the top of the cutting head. To adjust side to side movement, find the screw on the side of the cutting head.